Have you ever noticed how a car payment feels normal until you actually stop and think about it? Not the monthly number, not the dealership pitch, but the quiet assumption behind it, that this is just how life works. You get a job, you get a car, you make the payment. And somehow, even as your income grows, that payment never really feels lighter. Let's take a very ordinary scenario. You're 28, you live in a mid-sized US or European city, you earn around $65,000 a year. After taxes, that's roughly $4,000 per month in your account. Your fixed costs look reasonable on paper. Rent is $1,500, utilities, insurance, subscriptions, another $400, groceries and basic living around $600. That leaves you with about $1,500. Now comes the car. Your monthly payment is $550, insurance adds another $150, fuel and maintenance average $200. So your car, just existing, costs you around $900 every month. Suddenly, that $1,500 of free money drops to $600. And from that $600, life still has to happen. Eating out, social plans, clothes, unexpected expenses, maybe a small credit card balance, maybe a student loan quietly deducting another $200. By the end of the month, there's nothing left. Not because you're irresponsible, but because everything feels normal. And that's the point most people miss. The car payment isn't the problem. The thinking behind it is. Because the real decision wasn't, can I afford $550 a month? The real decision was never framed that way. It was framed as, this is a reasonable upgrade. I work hard. I deserve something comfortable. Everyone at my level drives something like this. So the question quietly shifted from affordability to identity. Now let's look at something most people never calculate. That $550 monthly payment over 5 years is $33,000. Add insurance and running costs, and you're easily spending $50,000 on that car over time. But the more interesting number isn't what you spent, it's what that money could have become. If even $500 of that monthly amount had been invested consistently at a modest 7% annual return over 10 years, you're looking at roughly $85,000. Over 20 years, that crosses $250,000. Same money, different direction. But here's where it gets uncomfortable. Most people don't choose the car over investing because they've done this math and disagreed with it. They choose it because they never framed the decision that way at all. This is where psychology quietly takes over. Humans are not wired to prioritize long-term abstraction over immediate clarity. A car is visible, it's tangible, it improves your daily experience right now. An investment account, on the other hand, is invisible, slow, emotionally distant. So the brain assigns more value to the car, not because it's objectively better, but because it's easier to feel. There's also social reinforcement. You don't see someone's investment portfolio when they pull up next to you at a red light. You see their car. And without realizing it, your brain starts benchmarking your life against visible signals, not silent ones. Over time, this creates a subtle trap. You don't feel poor, you don't feel reckless, you feel appropriate. But financially, you're stuck in a loop. Income increases lead to slightly better cars, slightly higher expenses, slightly less breathing room, and years pass without meaningful wealth accumulation, not because you didn't earn enough, but because your decisions followed a pattern you never questioned. Now here's the shift. Financially intelligent people don't necessarily hate cars, they just see them differently. They don't ask, can I afford this monthly payment? They ask, what is this decision doing to my future options? They see a car not as a reward, but as a trade-off. Comfort today versus flexibility tomorrow. And once you start thinking that way, the decision becomes less emotional. Not easy, but clearer. You might still choose the same car, but now you understand the cost beyond the price. And sometimes that awareness alone changes the decision. Not dramatically, just slightly. A cheaper model, a shorter loan, or delaying the upgrade by a year or two. Small shifts that don't feel like sacrifice, but quietly change your financial trajectory. Because in the end, most people don't stay financially stuck because of one big mistake. They stay stuck because of small, repeated decisions that feel normal in the moment. The car payment is just one of them. It's not the villain, it's a reflection. And once you start questioning the thinking behind it, you start seeing everything else a little more clearly too. If this made you pause and think differently, you can subscribe for more calm, honest breakdowns like this.